it's Kit. So I'm going to attempt to do an update video from my car because I'm driving home from a friend's wedding, and it's a 6.5 hour drive, and I'm in traffic. And this is probably not when you're supposed to be using your phone, but I'm really ADHD, so this seems like the perfect time to be using your phone. I'm not texting.
Watch out, construction on road ahead.
See, there's construction on the road ahead. Alright, so I am 5 months on T. Formerly, this is my voice. I should do it like more easy. This is my voice, 5 months on T. 5 months. Most of the updates for like 5 months probably are more social than they are physical. That's a super quick update for physical, what's going on. I'm sorry for the back of the road noise, but what are you gonna do? I could grow in a beard, and by a beard I mean I can have obnoxiously light, pale, hard to see stubble. That took me 2 weeks to grow in. I kind of did the beginning of this first month I was traveling. I was in Seattle, I was in Vancouver, and I was away from my job for a while, so I finally could not have to shave and just have annoying hair, because of my job I have to have either like a full beard or like no beard, so my existence isn't really beard acceptable there. So I grew it in. I tried just not shaving, and you can see my little dirt stash for a while, like that grew in within the first week or so, and then I had actual chin hairs, and they're blonde. I'm kind of thinking like eventually, basically my body hair is doing this gradient weird thing where like really dark hair on my legs, I've got ginger pits, and now like a blonde facial thing. So I'm like an ombre as a human, from what I understand that to be. So it's coming in. It's coming with more acne, as I always talk about, but it is what it is. So it really is a constant. I do these videos mostly for myself, and so I have to remind myself, like, you put up a video on YouTube to tell yourself to clean your face because you're having a war with acne. And so even when I'm really tired and I don't want to be doing it, I make myself get up and go wash my face again, just because it's all this stuff. And part of it is because since I am actually growing in hair, it's really fun to touch, and I've got to tell myself not to touch my face, and other bits just because it's acne and you're doing puberty, and what are you gonna do? So that's been the biggest one, is I actually grow in. I have pictures. They're bad because of the acne. I might put them in. We'll see. Depends on how self-conscious I feel about the acne right now. My voice, I don't really know. I did a thing. Maybe. My body, elsewise, I'm more sensitive to caffeine. I don't think I've talked about that, but I'm definitely more sensitive to caffeine now than I was before. That looks like, maybe having more energy, and therefore like putting in artificial energy or like plant-induced energy is just a little too much for my body. So I'm just more careful with, like, in the morning I don't need to have a bunch of shots of espresso anymore. I can do like half calf, and like that's good for me. And I love the taste of coffee and tea, so it's not helpful for me to not need caffeine, because I really enjoy caffeine, but I just don't need it as much. My hairline has continued to recede back a little bit, but in a way now that's like more noticeable to me, and just teetering on that line of like, ooh, I need this to still be there. I need to still have hair, please, but not in a way that's scary enough to believe that somehow I'm losing my hair. So, but honestly, like, and then again, hair, like, I am starting, my hairline is moving over on my arm, but it's so subtle. Like, and I have blonde hair on my arms too for the ombre thing, so you can't hardly see it. So like physically, that's pretty much it. But the big difference, like one of the reasons, again, making the video, I'm driving, coming back from another wedding. So both of my best friends got married this year, which is awesome, and I was in both of them. But the contrast to the wedding I was just in, and in both of them they call me the person of honor, and that's awesome. And so it was like 2 months, I guess, about September so 2 months of being on testosterone difference. Some of it's family differences, like first wedding I was in, the bride obviously knows what's going on with me, and like the immediate family knows, but it was not a thing that was like, oh, quick, everybody do this. It was just like, okay, I'm here. So I was in a wedding and had to be very much thrown back into being misgendered often. And even though I felt great, like I felt like things were changing then even, and whatever, it was kind of this uncomfortable, like, who knows, who doesn't know. And I think that's just something you walk with the dysphoria. But this wedding I was in, there was these really super conservative family members that my friend has, and they have kids, and so there was a little bit of this concern that somehow they would maybe not come to the wedding, and that was going to be a big deal. So what was decided upon, because my friend's awesome and did a really great job, like she explained it all to her family, and like they're actually pretty conservative too, but they claim to have known, since I've known them for like 15 years, they're like, they always knew, so apparently before I did, they really understood, or whatever. So for the kids' sake, in this really conservative family, they decided, the best way, especially since my voice has dropped more, nobody messes up, we use he, we're not going to make this complicated. And it's like, the kids understand this stuff.
Watch out,
like,
vehicle stopped on shoulder ahead.
Way to go, Waze. Kids understand this stuff so much easier and so much smoother than adults do. And like, they're totally cool with, if they ask, if they don't know, or if they're questioning, they just go, "Are you a boy or are you a girl?" And like, their parents are like, "Oh, don't say that." Like, no, like that's a valid question. Thank you for asking. Actually, I'm a boy. Like, that's great. And then they just go with it. There's no second question. There's no follow up. Like, it's just you're a boy, and you're a fun boy. So like, yeah, I'm Peter Pan. Let's go. Let's have fun. Let's go play. And so this trip, for them, because they're trying these, they ended up helping me by that, because everybody was very consciously aware of trying to pronoun me, use the right pronouns with me, and like continue to use my name. And so it was, even though there's every once in a while there's a temptation to start to feel really bitter about like being around those people are not supportive, like this husband, conservative guy, and like you're looking at me weird, and like on the other hand, it's like, why take in that negativity? Instead turn that into, they are at least gendering me correctly, even if they don't like it, they're doing it. And the people that that matter in my life, like my best friend, and even though you're a family, like they're doing an awesome job with it, and they care about me enough to have me here and put in vouch for me. So so it's a cool difference in the last 2 months to go, this is a necessity, almost just because of how much I do pass now, and that's fun. The biggest social difference then, because of that, both at the wedding, but this is like a general thing that is all the time with just like being out, is that I'm a fairly average guy. Like I'm about 5'9", 5'10", and I don't think that I've grown. I haven't actually measured myself. Average, and actually in the FGM community, I'm sure that's tall. So I'm blessed. But I am, like, I'm not old, but I'm older than what I look. I am not 14 years old, and transitioning has very much made me into, for most people, into a 14 or a 15-year-old. Like, no question about it. That is what I get. So it's just been funny, and realizing that when people ask me my age, I can kind of just like, well, I don't want to say, because if I do say how old I am, people then give me more of an eyebrow, like, what? Wait, what? Because it doesn't make sense to them, because they see me
in
as
6 miles.
Oh.
Exit to exit 382.
The turn now.
State Route 121 to
this is
State
also
Route
probably the cutoff point for the video anyways, but
Gainesville, Williston.
that's not where I'm going. Don't be confused. So that is this kind of this thing that's happening. It was funny at first. Like, it was funny when the aunt guy came into my apartment and like asked for an adult to be there. Like, wait, I'm an adult. Like, that's, what do you mean? But it's like an everyday thing now. That is, I guess it's maybe like my frame. I don't think I fit it well, or like my voice with the size of my body is like that awkward. Like, you must still be growing, or like the lack of facial hair. Like, even though I was never somebody who like really wanted a bunch of it, I get it now. Like, I get why guys who have like baby faces put a bunch of hair on their face, so people stop saying, can I see your ID to get into adult race? So, don't mistake this for complaining. I'm super happy. I'm passing as a 14-year-old boy, and that's fine. That is better than being misgendered, and I'm happy. Like, my voice still does the thing. I'd love it if my voice was a little bit lower, just for my own confidence level. I think that passing is generally best done with confidence, so I'm working on that. And I'm really excited to see what the next couple months are going to bring. I am finally not traveling for a while, so I'm going to try and hit the gym, like I've always said. But if I do, I'll do some comparison shots and see what testosterone and actual attention to my body will do. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my update video. So that's me on 5 months on T. And I will talk to y'all again when I get time and I'm not driving and gonna crash. Okay, thanks, bye!